a small village tucked between emerald hills and golden rice fields, there lived a poor farmer named Aaron. Every morning before sunrise, he walked barefoot to his tiny patch of land, carrying an old wooden hoe over his shoulder. His clothes were worn, his hut leaked during storms, and most days he barely harvested enough rice to eat. Still, Aaron was kind. He shared water with travelers, fed stray dogs with scraps from his own meal, and never complained about his hard life. The villagers often wondered how a man with so little could still smile so warmly. One summer, a terrible drought struck the village. The river dried into cracked earth, crops withered beneath the blazing sun. Families began leaving in search of food. Arun worked tirelessly, but his field turned brown like ashes. One evening, exhausted and hungry, he sat beneath an ancient banyan tree at the edge of the forest. "I have nothing left," he whispered to the darkening sky. At that moment, a faint glow flickered nearby. A butterfly emerged from the shadows, but this was no ordinary butterfly. Its wings shimmered with colors Aaron had never seen before: silver, sapphire, and gold, swirling like living stars. Tiny sparks of light drifted behind it as it floated silently in the air. Arun stared in amazement. The butterfly circled around him gently before landing on his rough, dirt-covered hand. Instead of fear, he felt warmth spread through his body, as though sunlight had entered his heart. Then something impossible happened. The butterfly spoke. "Aaron," it said softly, "your kindness has been heard beyond this world." Aaron nearly dropped to the ground in shock. "Beyond this world?" he whispered. The butterfly fluttered upward and hovered near the banyan tree. Suddenly, glowing symbols appeared across the bark, forming a doorway of swirling blue light. "This is the gateway of Velara," said the butterfly, "a world hidden beside yours. Few humans may enter." Aaron hesitated. "Why me?" "Because even in suffering, you remained good." The butterfly flew through the portal. After taking a deep breath, Aaron followed. The moment he stepped through, the dry air vanished. He found himself standing in a breathtaking world beneath purple skies filled with floating islands. Rivers sparkled like liquid crystals. Trees glowed softly with silver leaves, and strange birds with transparent feathers soared overhead. Aaron could hardly believe his eyes. Creatures unlike anything he had ever seen walked peacefully through glowing gardens. Tall beings dressed in robes woven from light smiled as he passed. "This is Velara," the butterfly explained. "A world connected by compassion. But our realm is fading." They arrived at a magnificent city, built from shining stone towers that floated above the ground. In the center stood a giant crystal tree, whose branches stretched high into the sky. Yet the tree was dying. Its once brilliant light had dimmed. The butterfly landed beside it sadly. "This tree connects worlds," it said. "Without it, the balance between realms will collapse. Crops will fail in your world forever, and ours will disappear." Aaron looked around nervously. "But I'm only a farmer. I can't save worlds." The butterfly smiled gently. "A farmer understands life better than kings do." An elder from Velara approached Arun carrying a bowl filled with glowing seeds. "These are heart seeds," the elder said. "They only grow when planted by someone with a selfless soul." Aaron accepted the seeds carefully. "What must I do?" "You must plant them in the Valley of Echoes before the twin moons disappear." Without wasting time, Aaron began the journey. The Valley of Echoes lay beyond mountains covered in mist. Along the way, Aaron faced many dangers. Shadow creatures lurked in dark forests, whispering fears into his mind. "You are weak. You are poor. You cannot save anyone." But Arun continued forward. Whenever he felt afraid, the magical butterfly glowed brighter, guiding him through darkness. At one point, they reached a deep canyon with no bridge. Arun sat hopelessly at the edge. How do we cross? The butterfly landed beside a tiny dying flower growing between rocks. Aaron gently poured the last of his drinking water onto the flower to save it, even though he himself was thirsty. Immediately, the ground trembled. Massive glowing vines rose from the canyon, twisting together into a living bridge. The butterfly smiled. Velara responds to kindness. Finally, they reached the Valley of Echoes beneath the light of two enormous moons. The valley was silent and barren. Aaron knelt and planted the heart seeds into the cold earth. For a moment, nothing happened. Then he remembered something his mother once told him as a child. Life grows best when watered with hope. Aaron closed his eyes and spoke from his heart. I don't ask for riches. I only wish for both worlds to live. The ground suddenly burst with radiant light. Golden roots spread across the valley. Trees rose toward the sky in seconds, blooming with glowing fruit. Rivers returned, sparkling brighter than diamonds. Wind swept through the valley carrying music like distant bells. The twin moons shone brilliantly overhead. The magical butterfly transformed into a woman made entirely of shimmering light. Aaron stepped back in surprise. You? Who are you? I am Lyra, she said. Guardian of the bridge between worlds. For centuries I searched for a human pure enough to restore Velara. Aaron lowered his head humbly. But I did nothing special. You chose kindness when life gave you suffering. That is rarer than magic. Soon, the crystal tree in Velara regained its light. The skies brightened. Rivers flowed again. Joy returned to the magical realm. Before Aaron left, the people of Velara offered him gold, jewels, and power. But Aaron refused. I only want my village to survive. Lyra smiled warmly. So it shall be. She handed him a single glowing seed. When planted in your world, hope will bloom. Arun stepped back through the portal beneath the banyan tree. Morning sunlight touched his face. At first he wondered if everything had been a dream. But the glowing seed remained in his hand. He planted it in the center of his dying field. Within days, green shoots spread across the land. Rain finally returned to the village. Crops flourished larger than ever before. Rivers filled once more, and hunger disappeared. The villagers were astonished. Arun never told them about Velara or the magical butterfly. He simply continued farming with humility and kindness. But sometimes at sunset, near the old banyan tree, children claimed they saw a glowing butterfly dancing in the air beside the smiling farmer. And far beyond the skies, in the hidden world of Velara, the crystal tree continued to shine, forever connected to the heart of one poor farmer who proved that kindness itself is the greatest magic of all.